Hi, my name's Kaylee, tripping over my mat here. Welcome to a 50-minute Vinyasa practice. When you're ready to get going, you can meet me on your mat on your back. Go ahead and roll out onto your spine. Take your time to get there. Feel free to bend your knees a bit and take some of the pressure off of the low back. Let your shoulders soften and settle. Wherever your hands land is perfect, whether that's on your heart, on your belly, or by your sides. And whether you have your eyes open or closed here, see if you can soften the muscles around the eyes. Just take a few moments to check in. Happens to be the winter solstice today in the Northern Hemisphere, which means that we are experiencing the shortest days and longest nights of our year. It's a really great opportunity to pause, to slow down, and to consider where we want to direct our attention and our energy. For right now, see if you can start directing your focus, your attention to your breath. You don't necessarily have to change the breath, but notice if it feels shallow or deep. Notice if there's places in your body that maybe are holding on to a little tension. As you exhale, you might be able to invite some of that tension to dissipate with the out breath. I'll actually try that a few rounds here together. So take a deep breath in through your nose, let the lungs fill, let the rib cage expand in 360 degrees. And then open your mouth, exhale. If you can release the neck, the jaw, the shoulders. Do that again. Take a breath in. This time let the belly fill like you're filling up a balloon to about 80%. Deep inhale into the low belly, pausing. Dip in a little bit more breath maybe. Open your mouth, let it go. Maybe you feel the pelvis release a bit. And one more biggest breath yet. Feel the belly, feel the chest. Let the breath swirl through your body, sipping in maybe a tiny bit more air. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Bring your arms to a goalpost shape, and then tick-tock the knees side to side. It can be a really small movement to start, just checking in with the pelvis and the hips and the lower back. It might be a big movement if that feels really good to get into the edges and the sides of the hips. So just let the knees drop side to side, not really controlling this movement a ton. The next time your knees come through the center, go ahead and slide your right foot over the top of the left foot, setting up our figure four stretch. Let the right knee drift away from the body. You might choose to walk the left foot in a little bit, or even reach the fingers to catch hold of the back of the left leg, or maybe even around the left shin. But notice if as you reach for your left leg, you picked up tension in the neck and the jaw. And see if you can do something about that so that the arms, the neck, the jaw feel as comfortable as possible, and you can focus on the sensation in the right leg. Breathe into the belly, breathe into the chest. A couple more rounds of breath here. So important to get present before we move our bodies through more challenging or physically demanding shapes, so that we're sure we're moving deliberately, intentionally, with a lot of respect for our body. If you caught the left leg, gently release it, but keep the legs. So just let the left leg go and slide your right knee on top of the left knee. We're going to take a twist, dropping the knees to the left. You can cactus the right arm out, T the right arm out, whatever feels comfortable in that shoulder. You might nod your chin toward your right shoulder, or maybe you just keep your nose pointing straight up. See how far down into your spine you can send your breath and your awareness. Come back to the center, take a breath as you untangle your legs. Noticing any difference between the right and the left leg and hip. And then setting up your figure 4 on the other side, meaning your left ankle somewhere over the top of the right leg, and then making whatever adjustments you need so that the stretch feels just right in your body. That sweet spot where you're not forcing, you're not pushing, but there's also something meaningful going on in probably the outer edge of the left hip and thigh. One more long cycle of breath in your figure 4 stretch. And then if you caught the right leg, set up for your spinal twist by releasing the right leg, sliding the left knee on top, and then drop the knees to your right. Cactus or T the left arm, maybe nod the chin toward the left shoulder, and keep your nose pointing straight up. The winter solstice is this opportunity for all of us to look to the natural world for a little bit of leadership and guidance, to honor the need for rest and stillness and darkness, but to also really make sure that we're still looking for those spots of light and brightness within ourselves, within our communities, within others. So it's about the contrast. Take one more big breath here. And come back to center, untangle your legs and hug both knees into your chest. Circle the knees in opposite directions here. So just moving the thigh bone around in the hip socket. And switch the direction of those circles. Let your pelvis move along with you so you get a little anterior and posterior tilt in the lower back. Hug your knees into your chest. You can catch hold of the backs of the knees here. Start to rock yourself forward and backward. Give yourself a couple passes. Maybe you play with finding your balance on your sit bones or back on your shoulder blades. When you're ready, meet in a supported boat. So you'll keep the hands right where they are for a moment. Find a little refinement in your spine. So lift the chest tall, draw the abdominals in. So you're supporting yourself with your core, and then maybe start to straighten the legs out. And keep the legs, reach the hands back behind you, tent the fingers. Hover your legs as close to the mat as you can without losing the engagement in your center. So we want to stay strong through the middle there. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Hover the legs, take a breath in. As you exhale, this time keep the legs straight, but lift up as high as you can, feel the quads. Hover the legs, inhale. Knees to chest, exhale. So that's our little pattern here. Hover, breathe in. Straight legs, exhale as you lift back up. Inhale, hover. Knees to chest, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, hover. Exhale, lift the legs. Take a couple more rounds like this. Start to get really connected to your breath. Ujjayi pranayama. If this lifting straight legs business is too much, doesn't feel good today, just go in and out. We're here for 5. Meet me in a cross-legged seated position in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross your ankles. Bring your hands onto your knees. Actually, bring your hands onto your heart and your belly. So just a little neck release here. Eyes can close down, or you might blink them open to see, but keep the chest lifted. Drop your right ear toward your right shoulder. Let your left shoulder stay heavy. Sense into that stretch in the left side of your neck as you're Abdominals and your legs calm down. Bring your chin toward your chest. And then left ear, left shoulder. Notice the sensation of stretch in the right side of your neck. Take another big breath in. Bring your chin to your chest. Bring your hands back behind your head, interlacing your fingers. And then let the elbows drop down in front of you to bring a little stretch into the upper back, upper neck. Couple deep breaths into the space between your shoulders, right behind your heart. One more long inhale. As you exhale, release your hands, bring your peace fingers to your third eye, and just gently lift your head back up through neutral. Bring your hands to your heart, taking a moment to connect with that source of light within yourself. Maybe it's represented by a spot in your body. Maybe it's represented by the in-breath. Maybe there's something else that just speaks to you. It could be a teacher, a loved one, maybe just a single word that really feels enlivening or supportive. Whatever you need for your practice. Take a deep breath into your body, breathing that in. Then open mouth, exhale, offer it up. Blink your eyes open. When you're ready, meet me in downward facing dog. So no rush to get there. Hands are shoulder distance at the top of the mat. Feet are about hips distance back behind you. And then do what you need to do in down dog to check in. You might pedal out your dog or sway the hips side to side. Maybe you give your head a gentle shake or a nod. From downward facing dog, slide forward to high push-ups. Take a breath in. And then back to down dog as you exhale. We're going to move between these two. Inhale, high push-up. Exhale, down dog. Two more, breathe in. Breathe out. Again, inhale. Down dog on the exhale. Drop your knees, come into cow pose. Pull the heart through the arms, tip the chin up as you breathe in. And then round your back, find your cat. As you exhale, press into the mat with your finger pads. Two more, inhale, cow, pull the heart forward. And then exhale, cat, rounding into your spine. One more, moving with your breath. From a neutral spine, tuck the toes under if they're not, right back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, lift and lower your heels. Last little warm up here, little ankle and calf raises. Press down through the balls of your feet. So through that big toe mound, look back at your ankles. Make sure that the ankles are staying in line with the balls of your feet. So the outer edges of your foot parallel to the outer edges of your mat. Lots of times the ankles are going to want to sickle inward. Just notice that. 3, 2, keep the heels lifted, look forward, bend your knees, and then walk your feet to the top of the mat. Take it right into a halfway stretch when you get there, breathe in. And then ragdoll as you exhale. You can catch the crooks of your opposite elbows, separate your feet just a bit wider. Take a couple breaths here. Let gravity help decompress any of those kind of tight, cobwebby spaces in the upper neck. Release your fingers down, heel toe your feet a bit closer together. Come into your halfway stretch from there, breath in. Active forward fold, catch your calves. As you exhale, chin might curl to your chest. Take your time to roll all the way up to standing, reaching the arms up, deep breath. And then catch your left wrist, find a side bend over to the right. Press your left hip over to the left a bit, root down to the outer edge of the left foot. Come back to the center, breathe in. And then other side, find your side bend. Let the head come along for the ride there. Come back to center, inhale, maybe you look up. Bow forward as you exhale. Surya Namaskar A. Halfway stretch, breathe in, sun salutation. Plant the hands, step back, high push up, rock forward, lower half or all the way down. We're getting right into it. Upward facing dog. Inhale, little pause at the top, feel the belly button pull forward and the chin tip up. Downward facing dog. Press it back. So Surya Namaskar A, our salute to the sun, especially this time of year. Maybe even more important, this reminder that the sunlight's still there. For me, it's a foggy day. It's going to be a short day, lots of darkness. So making sure to honor and remember that the light's still there. Lift the heels forward. Empty the breath and then step to the top of the mat. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Fold forward, exhale. And roll, reaching toward the ceiling. And then take it right back down as you empty. One more, halfway stretch, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back, high push up to low push up. Up dog, inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. From downward facing dog on an in-breath, kick the right leg back behind you and then open the right hip externally. You move around through the right ankle, maybe wiggle the right toes. Press the right hand down, trying to square your chest toward your left leg, continuing to point the right knee straight up. Extend the right leg long, take a breath in, and then we're going to step the right foot outside of the right hand for a lizard lunge. Keep the back knee lifted. You might even rock forward and backward a bit here. Let the hips melt forward and down. Push into your left hand, reach the right arm up and open, finding a twist, finding some rotation through the upper back. Breathe in. We're going to take it to Malasana at the top of the mat. Bring that right hand down. Left foot's going to take a big step outside of the left hand. Bring your hands to your heart. Breathe as you press the elbows into the knees. Find a little opening to the inner thighs. And then press the knees back in toward the elbows so you can sit a little taller through your chest. Take a breath in. Fold forward, release the fingers, lift the hips, heel toe the feet back together. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Plant your hands, step back and take it through your vinyasa. You can always go straight into downward facing dog. When you get to downward facing dog, left leg lifts, breathe in. Bend the left knee, external rotation through that hip. Explore some movement in the ankle, the toes, the knee. Take the left leg back on your inhale. Step the left foot outside of the left hand. Keep the right knee lifted. Reach the left arm up and open. Turn the left toes out just a little bit. Big in breath. Left hand down, right foot forward. Malasana at the top of your mat. Breathe in. Fold forward as you breathe out. Heel to the feet closer together. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back and flow through to downward facing dog. We'll do a little bit of dynamic movement before we put together a full flow sequence. Right leg high, breathe in. Step outside of the right hand as you breathe out. Take it straight back to down dog. Inhale the left leg. Exhale, step outside the left hand. Pull the heart forward, breathe in. Down dog as you breathe out. One more on each side. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step. Heart pulls forward, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left leg, breathe in. Step forward, breathe out. Let the chest pull through, tip the chin up. Downward facing dog. From down dog, look towards your thumbs. Step, walk, or hop feet together at the top. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Fold forward and empty. Stand all the way up on the inhale. Keep the arms lifted. Hinge the hips back, bend the knees, finding chair. Stay spacious in your lower back. So not sending the tailbone back behind you, but finding a lot of space in the low back, and then start to bring the arms as high as you can. Let the arms stretch farther apart, so wide through the arms here, instead of trying to keep them parallel. Just check in with the shoulders, breathe in. Lightning chair as you breathe out. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Take a breath in as you put the chin up. And then with that bind, fold forward. Stay here, breathing, maybe giving your chin a little nod, side to side. Release the hands to the shins, or maybe you bring your fingertips in line with your toes. Take a breath in to prepare. Step or hop to chaturanga on the exhale. Cobra or up dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog. Pick up your right leg, inhale. Step the right foot forward, come up into warrior one. Back heel spins down, the arms reach. From warrior one, find lightning warrior, sweep the arms down by your side. Option to pulse the arms up, hug the shoulders toward the spine here. Maybe you also pulse just a little bit, like an inch, up and down through the right knee. Get into the right quads for 5, 4, 3. You could be just holding warrior one static. Reverse your warrior. Cartwheel up and open, opening through the right side body. Nice long inhale, extended side angle. Bring the right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm reaches forward. It can reach up, or you might kind of catch the left hip. Give the left shoulder a little bit of extra space. Pressing down through your feet. If it works out for your left shoulder, take that left arm forward as you breathe in. Backstroke your left arm, pivot your left heel up, crescent lunge facing the top of your mat. Back heel's lifted, pressing through the balls of your feet here. Nice long inhale. Plant the hands, step back, high to low push up. Rinsing it out, big inhale for up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, inhale. Step the left foot forward, warrior one on this side. Set it up, breathing down to the big toe mound of your left foot. Maybe pressing a bit through the knife edge of your back foot. Breathe in. Lightning warrior. Sweep the arms by your side. Find that space in the lower back. So what that's going to mean is you're going to have to use your abdominals. Notice if you're dumping into your lower spine, use your muscular strength here. Maybe you pulse the arms. Stay long through the sides of the neck. Maybe you pulse in and out of that left knee a bit. So you never fully straighten the left leg, but giving it just a little bit of a break and then dropping right back in to all of that quadricep strength. 5, 4, reverse warrior in 3, 2, and 1. Reverse warrior. So left thigh is still really active. Bringing that left knee toward the left toes. Breathe in for your side body stretch and then take it into your extended side angle here. Right arms forward, upward, or you catch the right hip. Long line of energy from your right ankle all the way up, either through the crown of the head or all the way up to the right arm if it's reaching forward. Breath in, backstroke the right arm, spin the right heel up, finding crescent lunge, hug the inner thighs toward one another. Mula Bandha is that root block, pulling up and in through the base of the spine. Breathe in. If you need more, you can look upward. Plant the hands, step back, and vinyasa. From downward facing dog, take a cleansing breath in through your nose. Unhinge the jaw, let it go. Look toward the top of the mat, lift the heels. Empty your breath, step, walk, or hop, feet together. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Fold forward as you exhale. All the way up, big full body stretch on the in-breath. Chair pose as you exhale. Stay here, pull the arms as high as you can, breathe in. Lightning chair, maybe you take your hips a little lower as you breathe out. This time, lift the heels if that feels available, and then hug the inner ankles toward each other. Hug the inner thighs toward each other. Heels down, stand all the way up, breathe in. You're gonna take it back to lightning chair, maybe lifting the heels as you breathe out. Rise with the inhale. Lightning chair with or without the heels up, exhale. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more time, inhale. Lightning chair, hold it here. Maybe the heels are lifted. Alternate lowering 1 heel at a time. So slow, controlled movement here, coming up as high as you can on the balls of your feet. Alternating those heel lifts. Stay here, start to pulse the arms back. Everything is always optional, so you could be in a static hold in your lightning chair here for 5, taking it all the way up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand all the way up, breathe in. Bow forward as you exhale. Halfway stretch, legs are on fire, breathe in. Plant your hand, step or hop it back as you breathe out. Up dog, cobra, inhale, pressing into your feet. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Right leg goes high. Bend your right knee, externally open that hip. Stay here or flip your dog. Bringing that right foot down, lifting the right arm up. From flip dog, you're here in flip dog. Bring your hips down, lowering your butt, reaching your right arm toward the back of your mat. And back to flip dog, breathe in. Hips down, arms back as you breathe out. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Last time, breathe out. Flip dog, bring your right hip all the way back to the top of the mat. 3-legged dog, take a breath in. Step your right foot forward. Warrior 1, come up on the in-breath. Lightning warrior as you exhale. This time, reverse triangle. Straighten out the right leg as you reach the right arm up and over. Then we're going to take it into triangle pose. Reach the right arm forward, send your hips back. Right hand to your right shin. Maybe you hover the right hand, or if you have a block, you can use that as well. Left arm comes up. Working to stack the shoulders and the wrists in one long line, if that feels available to your shoulders. Remember your options, just like extended side angle, you could take the top arm forward. You bring the left hand to the left hip. Left arm goes forward, big breath in. Backstroke the left arm, bend the right knee, just like we did before. Come into crescent lunge, you're up on the ball of your back foot. Take a breath in right here. As you exhale, hands come into fists at your hips, shift the weight forward, left knee comes up. Do that again, back to crescent lunge, breathe in. Left knee lifts, hands to your hips as you breathe out, keep the spine tall. Couple more, inhale for crescent. Exhale, find your balance. Set your eyes to one spot, somewhere on the horizon or maybe slightly above it. So you'll want to find a little challenge and then explore that challenge from a space that's hopefully a little lighthearted. If it's not, that's a-okay too. Some days it's harder to access that lighthearted space than others. The next time your left knee is lifted, hold it there and breathe. Interlace your fingers like a sling for your left foot, bringing your hands around that left foot. Stay there, or start to kick the left leg forward. Hinge your hips as you bring your nose toward your left knee. Right knee is not totally straight, so keep a little bend in the right leg. From here, We're gonna come back to standing, keeping the left leg lifted. Reach the arms up, square your chest, little pulses for 5. Try not to lean forward or backward. 4, 3, standing splits in 2 and 1. Hands come down, left leg lifts high. Breathe here. Option to bring one or both of your hands to your right ankle and to start to guide your nose toward your right knee. Or maybe you try one of those and not both of them at once. If you caught the right ankle, go ahead and bring your hands down for a little support. Breathe in. We're gonna find Malasana at the top of the mat. Turn your toes out, heels in. Bring your hands to your heart. Ooh, notice any difference between the right and the left leg? We'll take Padma Mudra, so it's Lotus Mudra. Keep the pinky finger and the thumb connected, but open the other finger, so it's like a flower here. And then keep your Malasana base, but reach the arms either upward or forward. Stay here, or option to add breath of fire. That's that short, quick exhale, just letting the inhales happen naturally. Thirty more rounds. And more. Regular breathing, Ujjayi Pranayama, reach the arms up if you haven't yet. Find the stretch to the sides of the body. Let the knees peel open a bit farther. Breathe in. And then fold forward, straightening the legs for a moment. Let that go. Turn the toes forward, but keep the feet split. And then just bend into one knee and then the other for a moment. Bring your left hand in front of your right foot. Bend your left knee, reach your right arm up. You can tent the left fingers here as you find a twist. Bring the right hand down in front of your left foot. Bend the right knee, lift the left arm. Find your twist over here. Long inhale. Fold forward through the center. Heel to the feet, back to whatever spacing works for you. Find a halfway stretch. Breathe in. High push-up and pause. Let's bring a little bit of energy into the upper body. Top opposite shoulders here. Try and keep the legs still. Keep the trunk still. So the hips are going to want to wobble side to side as you shift the weight into one hand. Do what you can to minimize that wobbling. Maybe separate the feet a little wider. 5, plank in 4, 3, 2, high push up, big breath in. Chaturanga or all the way to the mat. Cobra or up dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. All right, left side. When you're ready, left leg lifts, bend the left knee externally, open that hip, stay there. Or flip your dog. Left arm comes up, hips come up. If you flipped your dog, drop the hips down, reach the left arm for the back of the mat. Press into your feet, inhale back to flip dog. Exhale, reach the hand back, drop the hips down. 3 more, breathe in. Breathe out. Good, focus on the breath in and out. Breathe in, notice where the eyes go. Breathe out. 3-legged dog, flip it all the way around, left leg kicks back on your inhale. Step the left foot forward as you exhale, warrior 1, breathe in. Lightning warrior, breathe out. Reverse triangle, give that left leg a moment to stretch, left quads get a break. And then Trikonasana, triangle pose, bringing your left hand down to your shin or maybe hovering. Find some length in your spine here. Sending your tailbone back, reaching the crown of the head forward. And then working toward a straight line between your wrists and your shoulders. Pressing into your feet, find that strong, stable base in your legs, as if you could pull the inner seams of the legs toward each other. Top arm goes forward, breathe into the right side body, and then backstroke your right arm as you exhale, taking it into crescent lunge. Coming up onto the ball of that back foot. My balance is always a little wonkier on this side. And it's just a reminder to work with what you got, to find that edgy challenge spot. So in order to get into that flow zone, we have to be working right up to the edge of our capacity. If it's too easy, we're not going to get there. If it's way too hard, it's just going to be too frustrating. Big breath in. Here we go. Shift the weight forward, hands to your hips in fist, right knee to your chest. Take it back to crescent lunge. Breathe in. Switch to the top of the mat as you breathe out. So you know what to do, moving back and forth. Try and keep the spine tall. Pressing into that front foot to rise, to pull the right knee into the chest. We're here for 4, for 3, 2, right knee stays in at the chest here. Interlace your fingers, make a sling with your hands, wrap it around the right foot, and then hug that right thigh up. Stay here, or start to straighten the right leg as you send your hips back, bringing your nose toward your right knee. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, fighting for the balance with your teeth. See if you can send that efforting via your breath into your standing leg and your core. Strong through the midsection, strong through that left foot. We're going to keep the right leg straight and lifted as you reach the arms up, squaring the chest. Pulse the right foot up. 5, 4, 3, 2, big breath in, standing splits. Hands down, right leg lifts. Now your nose is moving toward your left knee. Maybe your hands are working their way to your left ankle. Long inhale. Malasana at the top. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a breath in. Fold forward as you breathe out. Toes point forward. Right hand in front of left foot. Inhale, left arm. It's fine if you did the other side. Exhale, left hand in front of right toes. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, fold forward to the center. Find a halfway stretch here. Breathe in. Plant the hands, step or float it back. We're going to float through that vinyasa once more. Right leg lifts with the inhale. Bend the knee, external rotation, stay or flip. Take a breath in. Just one time, lower the hips, reach your right hand to the back. Back to three-legged dog, move all the way around. Breathe in. Step the left foot forward. Warrior 1, inhale. Lightning warrior, sink low as you empty. Reverse triangle, breathe in. And then Trikonasana, bringing that hand down. Take the left arm forward with the in-breath. Backstroke the left arm, crescent lunge. Here's where we change it up. Breathe in. Hands to your side, lightning, crescent. So reach back to the arms. Option again to pulse the arms. The goal in this arm pulse is to strengthen the upper back, to strengthen the lats. So pulse from the sides and the bottom of your shoulders instead of from your neck. Or maybe you're not pulsing at all, which is A-okay too. Back to crescent lunge, breathe in. Fly it forward, airplane, lift the left leg. Stay here, or you add your pulses. Turn the left knee down, point the left toes down. Notice what's going on in your lower back. Can you find space and length there? And send that length all the way through the sides of the neck. We're going to find a single-legged mountain at the top right or left knee comes up. You're on your right foot. Breathe in. Lightning chair. Drop the left foot down. Sweep the arms to the side. Stand up on the inhale. Lightning chair. Exhale. 4 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pump the breath in, out. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Lowest lightning chair yet. Stand all the way up. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms toward the ceiling. Push your feet into the floor. And then fold forward as you empty. Separate your feet to hips distance. And then slide your palms underneath the soles of your feet. Fingers are pointing toward the heels. Bend your knees a bunch here. Bring your chest all the way onto your thighs. And then keep the chest and the thighs connected. Look forward, breathe in. Keep that connection as you start to straighten your legs, only to the degree that you can maintain that connection of your ribs or your belly on your thighs. Drop your head. And then experiment with the shoulders here. See if you can slide your shoulders toward your hips. And then let the shoulders get heavy, let the shoulders drop down toward the ears. It's called gorilla pose. Release your hands from under your feet. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Plant the hands, high push up, optional shoulder taps here for 8, 7, try to keep still in your core for 4, 3, 2, 1, high push up, big breath in. Vinyasa, we'll meet in downward facing dog, home stretch. From down dog, left leg lifts, breathe in. Bend your knee, external rotation, maybe you flip your dog, inhale. Just 1 time from flip dog, hips down, hand back, exhale. Flip back over, come all the way back to 3-legged dog, breathe in. Left foot forward, breathe out. Warrior 1, inhale. Lightning warrior, exhale. Reverse triangle, breathe in. Triangle pose as you breathe out. Top arm forward, find length in the side body with the inhale. Backstroke that arm, crescent lunge as you exhale. Reach up, fill up. Lightning crescent, optional pulses with the arms. I didn't offer it on the other side, but you can absolutely be pulsing in and out of the left leg. I think that's probably more than my leg wants right now. Long through your spine, from the tailbone all the way to the side of the neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, crescent lunge on 1, breathe in. Airplane, fly it forward. Right toes down, right knee down. Optional pulses through the arms. You can experiment with bringing the arms into a W shape. Maybe that gets you more into what's called the latissimus, the sides of the middle of your back, around and underneath the shoulders. For 4, 3, right knee to chest in 2, and 1. Rise it up, right knee to chest, breathe in. Lightning chair as you breathe out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lightning chair, hold. Separate the feet a little wider, and then turn your right shoulder down, turn your left shoulder down. Keep the legs still, see if you can find this rotation in the ribs. Option to bend the elbows. The next time you've got that right hand angling down, bring that right hand all the way down, left leg straightens, left arm comes up, breathe in. And then swap it out, left knee bends, left knee comes down, reach the right arm up, inhale. Bring both hands down, bend into your knees, sit down onto your butt. Bind your big toes with your peace fingers, or catch the outer edges of your feet, or catch back behind your knees. Lift up into your Navasana. Option in Navasana to calm and catch the breath, to calm the mind. Different things are going to work better for our nervous systems in different moments. Option 2 is to come back into that breath of fire with me. Breathe in through your nose, little forced exhales. Keep going like that. If you're taking breath of fire, snapping your navel to your spine as you exhale. 30 more rounds. Five, And lower down onto your back. Bend your knees. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, or do whatever feels natural with your hands and your arms. And just notice those sensations in your body. Notice the quality of your mind and your thoughts here. And the soles of your feet together, let your knees part. Finding supine butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. If this feels like way more than your inner thighs want, go ahead and make fists with your hands and then tuck your fist right underneath the outsides of your hips. So you can use your arms and your hands as a little bit of support for the legs. If that doesn't do the trick for you, you can bend the knees, walk the feet to the edge of the mat, and then drop the knees inward against each other. Coming back to that state of mind at the beginning of your practice, just contemplating this special day of the year, the winter solstice, a special day of the year that happens to be the shortest day of the year. What in your life, where in your life can you honor some of the shadow, the darkness, give some respect to those parts of the experience, of the human experience. At the same time, you remember to acknowledge your own light, look for the light in the world around you and the people in your communities. And without the darkness, there's no contrast. The light really doesn't matter. We always want to be in a space where we're honoring both. You're ready, bring the knees together. Bring your right knee into your chest. You can stretch the left leg out on the mat. Take a little digestive series this time of year, the holidays. Sometimes there's some different foods or more foods or exciting foods that can be a little tough on some of our tummies. Bring your right knee toward your right underarm. You can stay here with your fingers interlaced around the shin, or you might lift the head for a moment and wrap the forearms around the shin. Drop your head back down, take a couple deep breaths into your belly, letting your belly press up against your right thigh. Give that right knee just a bit more of a squeeze. And then find your spinal twist, guiding your right knee over to the left, T or cactus, your right arm. Bring the knee back through center. Bring your hand to your knee, your right hand to your knee. Bring your left knee into your chest and then switch. Let that right leg stretch out. Hug the left knee more toward your left underarm than your chin. And really hug that leg in as much as you comfortably can, whether you're catching your opposite elbows and using the forearms to press that knee down or using your fingers. Couple deep breaths into your belly, letting the belly fill, letting that left thigh, that pressure help massage through the digestive system. When you're ready, take your twist on this side, guiding that left knee across your body. Back to the center, bring both knees into your chest. And interlace your fingers around your forearms one more time. Give yourself as tight or as gentle of a squeeze as you need. You might even curl the toes in toward the soles of the feet. Curl your chin in toward your chest. Maybe you scrunch up the muscles in your face for a moment. Breathe in. Exhale, Shavasana. letting the limbs uncurl and unfold. Stretching everything away from the midline. And then taking these final moments of your practice, this resting shape, to honor this energy of the winter solstice, stillness, surrender, in order to have a really healthy, vibrant experience of life. We want to balance exercise and rest. Just like to have a good day, we need to sleep pretty well at night. Take these moments to let any lingering muscle tension dissipate, just letting it drain down through your body. And listen for the sound of my voice. Just about 40 seconds to close together. When you're ready to move on with your day, you can bring some gentle movement back into your body, nod the head side to side. Rotate ankles, wrists, wiggle fingers, toes. It feels good to take a long body stretch, lifting your legs up, flexing your feet, reaching your arms back, interlacing your fingers, pressing the palms behind you. And then when you're ready, meet me in a seat. There's no rush to get there. When you land, finding some length in your spine, bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra. Especially in a season of darkness, we use this practice, we use mindfulness and intention to reconnect to the light and the potential within ourselves, and to make a deliberate effort to look for the light, the potential, the goodness in the world around us. Big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Thank you for sharing some of your time with me. If you are practicing with me on or near the solstice, happy solstice. And I hope to see you again real soon. Take care of yourselves.